Hi, I'm Aaron, a developer advocate at Ditto. In today's video, I'll walk you through how to sign up for a Ditto Portal account. This account lets you access a cloud instance of BigPeer, which helps you sync data between your applications using the Ditto SDK. Now before we dive in, you might be wondering, what exactly is the Ditto Portal? And what is the difference between a small peer and a big peer? Great questions. Let me explain before we move on to the sign-in process. Let's start with the question, what is the Ditto Portal? The Ditto Portal is an online dashboard that lets you manage your Ditto applications. It gives you access to a cloud-hosted version of the Ditto Gateway, which we often call the Big Peer. The Big Peer in the Ditto Portal is a cloud-based cluster of servers. It helps synchronize data between all devices running your app. Think of it as a cloud database server, but specifically designed for real-time synchronization. It enhances the Ditto SDK by adding cloud-based synchronization, authorization management, monitoring tools, and data integration with external systems like Kafka, webhooks, or even MongoDB using the new MongoDB connector. If that's what this portal is, then what is the small peer? The Ditto SDK, sometimes also referred to as the small peer, is an embedded database that runs directly on mobile, web, IoT, and other edge devices. It ensures your apps works even without an internet connection, syncing data locally with other small peers with the big peer as soon as the internet is available. To help visualize this, take a look at this diagram. The big peer sits in the middle, allowing small peers, the mobile and edge devices, to sync data seamlessly. The big peer can also connect to external systems when needed. With optional mesh syncing, the devices on the left and right that have no internet connection can still push and pull data from big peer through the use of multi-hop. So what can you do with the Ditto Portal? Well, with a Ditto Portal account, you can register your application, set up security authorization, monitor data stored in the big peer, query and sync data between devices running your app, and connect the big peer to external systems like MongoDB. Now that we understand the basics, let's sign up for a Ditto Portal account so you can start building with Ditto. To start out, open your web browser and type in portal.ditto.live into your address bar and hit the Enter key, or click Get Started in the top right-hand corner of our main site. The Login to Ditto page should appear. From this page, you'll either see Create Ditto Account or Login to Ditto depending on the path above. Click on the Create Account link found at the bottom of the page if you're on the Login to Ditto page. On this page, you can sign up for a free account with your email address and a password, or you can use the Sign Up with Google button. The Sign Up with Google link will link your Google account and allow you to access the portal, which is nice from a standpoint that you don't have to remember another password. For this demo, I'm going to use the Sign Up with Google button. I'll need to check the box that states, I've read the term of service, which you can read by clicking the link. From here, it's going to make me select my email address, which I'm going to go through and select, and I'm going to make sure that I confirm that this is what I'd like to do. Now that your account is set up, it's time to create your first application. Let's click the New App button. In the name box, enter a name for your application. Keep in mind, free accounts are limited to one application, and the name is just there for identification with the Ditto Portal. It won't affect your app's functionality. I'm now going to click the Create App button. After your app is created, it's going to go through and set up your cluster. Keep in mind that setting up your cluster may take a few minutes, so please be patient. Now that the big peer is configured, we can go through and look at the various tabs inside of the portal. The Connection tab provides important details needed to integrate the Ditto SDK into your app or our demo applications. The app ID is a unique identifier required when setting up a Ditto identifier in your code. Under the authentication mode, there is an online playground authentication token. If you're working with a proof of concept, this token makes it easy to get started by allowing full read and write access to the big peer's hosted data collections. The Collections tab lets you explore the different data collections stored in the big peer. DQL, or Ditto Query Language, is used to query information from big peer and looks very similar to SQL. To interact with this data, click on the DQL Editor button to open up the query editor. The DQL editor allows you to create, read, update, and delete data stored in the big peer. A reminder that Ditto organizes data in collections. Data is stored in JSON formatted documents, giving you all the flexibility of a schemaless document database. You can create a new collection by inserting a document into a collection name using DQL. A link to the DQL documentation can be found in the video description. I'm going to insert a document into a collection by cutting and pasting some sample code that I have. As you can see in this code, I have an insert into statement, followed by the name of the collection, and then I'm telling it I want to insert a document with the JSON document formatted inside the parentheses. Note, when using DQL inside of the BigPear's query editor, you want to make sure that you're always using single quotations for your properties in your JSON function and for strings also. Once the query is inside of the box, you can hit the Run Query button. What should come back is the result of the new document, and you can see here also the ID that was created for it. Also, you'll note that now the collection is located on the left of the screen. In order to copy the ID field, I can click on the row in the table and then use my mouse to select the values. Once I have the ID field selected, I can go through and write an update statement that will go through and update my task. You can see here that when I run the update statement, I get a mutated document ID telling me which document was mutated. To see all the tasks in the collection, I can click on the tasks here again, and it will run a select statement to show me now that my value for done has been changed from false to true. To delete information, I recommend reviewing the Ditto documentation on delete and eviction of information from BigPear. Most developers looking to build robust applications could consider implementing the soft delete pattern, which can be found in the documentation. Our task we created does have a field for soft delete called deleted. Because of this, I can issue a separate update statement in order to set that field to be true. As you can see, once we ran this statement, we got a mutated document ID back. I can click on the task collection list again to go through and rerun the select statement, and now you can see that both the deleted and the done fields are set to true. A mobile application would then set a subscription to only sync documents where the deleted field is set to false. When the deleted field is then set to true in the document in BigPear, this would automatically remove the document from the device when they next sync with BigPear. And with that, you have a solid understanding of how to set up your account, log into the Ditto portal, and run queries on data stored in collections. I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.